大家好，现在是3点，下午3点。So, welcome back to Simple Mandarin Communication, and we have our topic 25 here on tunnel works. My name is Lee，我是 Lee，我是您的普通话指导员。今天是星期二，Tuesday，2024年11月26号。Let's begin our journey of today. So, like usual, before we proceed further, we will have our learning outcomes. And my team and I would hope that after this Zoom, every participant can at least understand or try to speak a little bit Mandarin on the following topics. These topics, my team and I would consider as quite essential for the day-to-day construction scenarios, especially within our general engineering setting. So what are we looking into will be to recognize and to correctly pronounce the tunnel words in Mandarin, yes. And today we'll look into the 4 stages of tunnel words as well as try to respond to some questions about the tunnel words. All right. So here we have the contents where we have the recap of the previous topic is bridge works, if you can still recall. Then today's topic will be tunnel works, and we will look into the scenario dialogue, Q&A, and also code sharing. So the first part, we will recap for 桥梁工程, the bridge works, where we look into the pile foundation, pier, abutment, continuous beam, T-beam, and covered. How we come up with these ideas to get to the subtopic of major works? Yes, 桥梁工程 bridge work is the major works because we have observed this table, this comparison table, which is like developed from our upper management. Can you see the highlighted in green, the bridge and covers? Actually, they zoom into the subworks. I would say, yeah, subworks for this bridge and covers. So we have the pile foundation, pier abutment, continuous beam, T-beams, and covers. So they will look across these different items, and then they try to find out, the upper management, they try to find out what would be the possible on-site management issue. This is for the period of 2024, first half year, all right? And then we will not delve into details of this. Just remember, previous topic is 桥梁工程. And for 桥梁工程, we have learned 6 parts. The first being the 桩基. 桩基 is under the ground level. 桩基 is the pile foundation. 桩基. And then please bear with me because I'm not from technical background. So all I can share with you is just the Mandarin and also the English of these different part of bridge works. All right. So the design, the structure, the bearing capacity, I will not touch. Okay. So we have 桩基 as pile foundation. Then we have 桥墩. 桥墩 is on the ground, is the pier. 桥墩. 桥墩. Then we have abutment, 桥台. 桥台. 桥台 is the end support of the bridge. Then we also learned about this beam. Beam itself is known as 梁. 梁. So when it is continuous beam, we say is 连续梁. 连续梁. When we have different shape, like T-beam, we will say T-梁, T-梁. Or you have I-beam, I-梁, I-梁. Or you have U-beam, U-梁, for example, all right? So we have 连续梁, we have T-梁. Then the last part being the covered. the 涵洞. 涵洞 would be normally for the closing of water, animal, or vehicle. So for 桥梁工程, we have these 6 parts. The 涵洞, 梯梁, 连续梁, we have 桥台, 桥墩, and 桩基. So this basically will be the recap of our previous topic, and we begin the topic of the day, which is tunnel works. So tunnel works, we will look into 4 stages that have excavation, support, drainage, and water prevention, and lightning. So these 4 stages are actually our upper management, they zoom into it and try to find out the on-site issues. And then before I proceed further, I still want to recall on these major works. So in our topic 5, we introduced to you on 主要工程. We have 4 types 主要工程. The first being the 桥梁工程, which is our previous topic, 桥梁工程. And today we will look into 隧道工程. 隧 itself is like 水 for tone. 隧隧隧隧. 道 would be like looking down, but without the n for tone. 道道道道. 隧道. Alright? Tunnel works for today. For the upcoming weeks, we will also look into 路基工程. 路基工程. And last but not least will be our 车站工程. 车站工程. Alright? So this is the original table, like I mentioned just now, the comparison table of on-site management issues. And these are our focus of today. We'll look into tunnel works, and then actually the upper management, they highlighted in excavation, support, drainage, and water prevention, as well as lightning. So let's find out together. For 隧道工程, the first stage would be excavation. The purpose of excavation to remove the dirt and the rock to provide this space for this tunnel. So it's called 开挖. Kai is like, hey guys, the G changed to K. Or you can like do like K plus I, first one, 开. Okay, 挖 would be W-A. 开挖. 隧道开挖 would be the excavation of the tunnel. 开挖. For the excavation or the 隧道开挖, actually I want to give credit to the Parker Tunnel team that actually provide me these photos. Yes, this is actual photos from the Parker Tunnel. And they have this reminder that when the excavation is in progress, so have to make sure we have the ventilation, sufficient lighting, and total station for leveling. Yeah, to make sure the land is flat, the surface is flat. So this is the first photo. Then the second photo they share with me is of geological radar. This is an item they use to detect the geological conditions of the subsurface. What we see is here is surface. So it's underneath here is the subsurface. And then the third photos they have provided to me is the app. Yes, J1. Okay, let me continue. So this would be the advanced horizontal drilling. This machine is to have precision in drilling. And then normally it will be used for tunnel works and also utility lines as well as to collect the geological sampling. So for excavation, for 开挖, we have to look into these 3 photos for reference. All right, this is the first stage, 开挖, 隧道开挖. Then second stage would be 支护. 支护 is support. After we excavate, we 开挖, we have to make sure it won't collapse. So what we need? We need support. Support is Mandarin. In Mandarin, it's called 支护. 支 would be like the blender machine. The first tone, 支护 would be more or less like, who are you? Who? 支护 is the support or the shoring. Okay, we have 4 types of 隧道支护 here. 隧道支护. For this round, I will just keep it in English lah. Next round, in the future, only we read in Mandarin, all right? So 支护, we have the ankle board, the ankle board support, where we can see this is more or less like a stick, but we call it ankle board, okay? Ankle board. Can you see my cursor? This is ankle board support to support the excavation. And then the second type, as we can see here, is like a net, a bit rusty, yes, but it's called reinforcement mesh support, okay? The second type of 支护. Then we have the third type, it's like a steel plate, or we call it steel rib. This is steel support, okay? Steel support. This is also another kind of 支护. And the last type we have is actually the shotcrete support. Shotcrete would be to spray the concrete, okay, to support the tunnel. So for 隧道支护, we have ankle bolt support, first type. Second type is reinforcement mesh support, like the net. And the third type being the steel support, like a plate. And the last type being the shotcrete support, like spraying the concrete onto the tunnel. These are 隧道支护. And then we proceed to our third stage. Third stage of 隧道工程 is called drainage and water prevention. This is 防排水. 防 is like I'm having fun with you. The fun itself plus G, second tone. 防 排 is like chicken pie, second tone. 排 水 will be like 水, third tone. 水 防排水, the drainage and the water prevention. Because how to say, this Parker tunnel team, they want to prevent the water to enter the structure, the tunnel structure. Because when there are too much water, they will weaken the tunnel, and eventually will cause many issues to the embedded works, or they will cause different issues to the utilities lines in the future. So 隧道工程 the third stage being 防排水. And the type of the 防排水 we have here is actually the general jaw membrane, and the other type would be the convex shell waterproof membranes. So the first type, the first photo we are looking at is actually testing for the air tightness to make sure the jaw membrane is very tight. Waterproof membrane, okay? The second type basically would be the convex shell waterproof membrane. This is also for waterproofing purpose lah. So these are for 防排水. Third step, third stage, 防排水. So our first stage will be 开挖 to excavate. Second stage is the support, 支护. And now we have the third stage, which is 防排水. The last stage we have for 隧道工程 is the lining. Lining is basically the structural inner wall of the tunnel. It's called 衬器. 衬 is like 之 plus n or tone. 衬. 器 will be my last name. 器. 衬器. Okay. 衬器 is the lining. Well, this process is to provide permanent support and the finished surface of the tunnel. Well, it's quite difficult to understand if I say like this. I show you the photos. The photos is again thanks to our Parker tunnel team. So at the very beginning, as we can see here in light blue, this is the sequential pouring of the lightning shoots, where they develop from the bottom all the way to the inverted up top. So these are their primary, secondary, and tertiary lah. And then they have this reinforcement, okay, to support the tunnel. And then in the middle, what we see here is actually the mock-up of the Parker tunnel itself. And the last photo being after the permanent lighting. There normally will have primary lighting and secondary lighting. So this is the outcome of everything. After almost everything, they still need to have some touch up for their defects and so on. So yes, basically we have already completed the 隧道工程 4 stages. First being the 开挖，隧道开挖。Second being the 隧道支护。And third being the 隧道防排水。隧道防排水 and the last part being 隧道称气. And the last photos we have here is basically the outcome of these 4 processes. Okay. And with this, I would like to proceed to our scenario dialogue. That today, what we learn, like usual, 今天学什么？今天学什么？ We learn a little bit about tunnel works. 今天学隧道工程。隧道工程。Please bear in mind that anything highlighted in yellow, we can always change. We learn about 桥梁工程. In the future, we learn about 车站. Or you want to be very specified, you can say 今天学支付。Today we just learn about support. We have 4 types of support. 是4种支付 for example. Then we continue for the on-site conversation. This I think is we begin it in the bridge works. Try to carry on for our tunnel, for our subgrade, and for our station. So it's basically begin with greetings. Hey you, or 你好, or hey 你, hey 你. Still remember this conversation? Then say, are you addressing me or greeting to me? Me, 我, hey 你. Yes. Then you say 我, You want to find out, right? Then the next conversation will be, yes, you come. 对，你来。对，你来。So when people ask us to come, we will be wondering why. 我来做什么? What am I coming for? 我来做什么? Okay? Then you can say, okay, come and see. You come and see. 你来看. This is for the eyes to see. 你来听. You can say, come and listen. Maybe the water is dripping from the tunnel. We don't know. 你来听. But normal conversation here will be 你来看. Then again, we will be curious asking, see what? 看什么? 看什么? Or 听什么? 听什么? Okay? Then this time we look, we come here to see the tunnel works. 看隧道工程. 隧道工程 got what? You can say 看支付 to see the support. 看称气 to see the lightning. What effects we have with the 防排水. Also, we also can 看开挖. So people may be asking, please specialize which part? 哪个部分? 哪个部分? So to find out for more, and then we can point to here or there. So if near here is 这里, 这里. If far away there is 那里. Na is N-A for tone. Na, 那里. 这里, 那里. Then when you say 这里那里, people will be wondering what's wrong again. 怎么了? 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 Then if the engineer or the inspector, they can actually request the site members to measure it. 量一下, measure it. 量一下. 量 will be li plus ang, second tone. 量一下 to measure it. Okay? To measure it. And again, people want us to specify 量哪里? 量哪里? Then you can say 量这里 or 量那里 or 量the 防排水. Just now, the jaw membrane, we have to measure it, right? 量哪里 is the question. Where to measure? Sometimes we want to check what's the error? 误差多少? 误差多少? most of the time the response will be like 1 mm, 5 cm, and so on. But this time we are lucky because no arrow, 没有误差，没有误差 perfectly fine. Follow the 图纸，图纸 is the drawing. Follow the TQ. TQ is the 技术答疑 and follow the text back. Follow the text back is 技术规范. So no error. 没有误差. And when people say like that, we would definitely say, okay 啦 thank you. 好的，谢谢。好的，谢谢。And we reply, 谢谢, we can say, 不用客气. You are welcome. You are welcome. So please bear with me as this conversation will continue for our major works so that we are more familiar with the terms like 量一下, like 这里那里, like 为什么? Yes. So this is all from me today. And I open the floor for the Q&A session. Now, if there's no further Q&A, my code remain the same. Thank you for having this coffee break with me. Yes, we don't have to be great to start lah. All we want to have is to continuous learning and topic by topic, week by week. Yes, once we have start, we can accumulate more knowledge, more terms, and eventually we can become better lah, at least better than yesterday. All right, so 谢谢大家 and 再见。
Okay, Miss Lee.
Thank you, Miss Lee.
Thank you, Miss Lee.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Miss Lee.
不用客气。
谢谢你。
谢谢你们。
他在哪里？